Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Hockey parents worry about their kids after the death of a former NHL player on the ice. We hear from a local coach who's making it his mission to ramp up safety for his athletes.
Plus, the clocks fall back an hour Sunday. One local fire department reminds us all it's time for an important safety check as we head into the holidays.
And as we move into November, organizers of a local farmers market move indoors to keep the event going. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Police arrest a Janesville man accused of threatening a school administrator.
Yesterday afternoon, a school resource officer was told that a parent made a threat to bring a gun to the school. A short time later, that parent arrived at Parker High School in Janesville and was confronted by the school resource officer. The parent was identified as Kevin Moore. After an investigation by Janesville police, a loaded handgun was found inside Moore's vehicle. He was arrested on charges of disorderly conduct while armed and possession of a firearm in a school zone. Moore was held at the Rock County Jail pending his initial court appearance. The hockey community is still reeling after a former NHL player died during a game in England last Saturday. Adam Johnson was slashed across his neck by the skate of an opposing player after a collision on the ice. Johnson was treated on the scene before being taken to the hospital where he died. As a result of that accident, English hockey authorities are making neck guards mandatory for all games. Talks about adding more protective measures for players in the NHL are ramping up, but no official changes have been made.
Here in the Stateline, many parents worry about their kids' safety while out on the ice. Drea Baroni talked with one local coach whose primary goal is keeping young athletes from getting hurt. Drea?
Tonight, tons of kids will be skating at this rink behind me, and as they're practicing hockey, some local parents are hoping they're also practicing safety by wearing the most protective gear they can.
It's something that may never happen. It's rare, but it's better to have that protection than not.
Eric Brown is a youth hockey coach for Squirt AA in Rockford. He says his #1 goal is to make sure the athletes are safe on the ice. One big topic among parents right now is neck guards to protect players. Brown says kids are less likely to wear the special gear, saying they don't see the benefits or a lot of NHL players who they look up to wearing them. The USA Hockey League does not mandate the gear. However, the organization encourages their use. Brown says it's up to coaches to do what they can to protect their players.
Make sure that every kid does have a neck guard, that they are wearing it as much as they can, and you know, it does fall on coaches as well. Make sure that your players are protected with the neck guard and, you know, making sure that they have that.
Brown emphasized that at the professional level, there's ambulance and trainers there to react to injury, but that isn't a luxury that youth hockey has, so it's even more important for players to wear gear that prevents them from injury. Reporting for your home team, I'm Drea Baroni.
An annual daylight saving time safety message is slightly different this year. Traditionally, firefighters use the end of daylight saving to remind us to replace our smoke detector batteries. But at the beginning of the year, a new state mandate went into effect. It requires all Illinois homes to have a 10-year lithium battery smoke alarm. If you have an existing smoke detector, you can keep it until it's 10 years old or stops working. A Rockford Fire Department arson investigator says it's equally important for people to make sure their carbon monoxide detectors are ready to go.
When people are turning their furnaces on for the first time, if they have not been properly maintained or there's some kind of malfunction, there may be some releases of carbon monoxide into the atmosphere of your house. The problem with that is it's a tasteless, odorless, colorless gas, and it is absolutely potentially fatal. So we want to make sure if there is any kind of an issue with that it is detected as soon as possible.
Rockford Fire has a limited supply of 10-year smoke alarms that also act as carbon monoxide detectors. If you need one, contact the department. Firefighters will install the device for free.
A national nonprofit urges Stateline residents to donate blood. The American Red Cross is asking blood and platelet donors to make appointments to help restock supplies. Donors of all blood types are needed to help recover from a significant shortfall in donations throughout the late summer and fall. Anyone who donates from November 10th through the 30th will receive an exclusive pair of Elf and Red Cross themed socks. Stateline locations for the upcoming blood drive can be found at our website, mystateline.com.
A Belvidere Halloween tradition comes to an end. One local witch says she's hanging up the broom and going into retirement. For more than 20 years, Sheila Fowler has entertained trick-or-treaters as the Green Witch of Belvidere at her home on East 4th Street. This year, she announced she's relocating, and she won't carry on that tradition. Fowler included a note with the candy she handed out. It says she'll miss all the kids. Dozens of people responded on social media thanking her for her generosity and the memories over the last couple of decades.
Yeah, I found out, I guess, just how many people made this a tradition after announcing that I was quitting. It's been amazing. I mean, on Facebook alone, the outpour, the private messages I've received in regards to it. People last night when they were here, if I told them, some of them had tears.
Fowler is also known for her handmade decorations and creativity.
Local vendors are still going strong at the Edgebrook Farmers Market, moving things indoors for the colder months. Today marked the first event of the indoor season. A variety of vendors were selling things from vegetables and coffee to dog treats and honey. One vendor told us a little of what he offers to the farmers market.
Diversified vegetable farm. We specialize in salad crops, so we do a lot of lettuce, spinach, onions, radishes and turnips, things like that. We grow a lot of carrots and beets as well. We also do raise some free-range chickens for eggs, and we also do some pasture-raised broilers in the summertime.
The indoor farmers market will run every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. until December 6th.
We here at Eyewitness News want to recognize the remarkable women in our community. You can nominate someone who's made a difference in self-achievement, community contribution, or family impact. Go to mystateline.com, click on the Community tab, then the Remarkable Women button to submit the story of a remarkable woman in your life. You can also scan the flow code on your screen with your cell phone.
The Federal Reserve holds a policy meeting to address rising interest rates.
Coming up, analysts say maybe a sign regulators are ending their rate hike campaign.
A little bit of cold and frosty start out there this morning as temperatures got down to 20 degrees. Cloud cover will be the common theme the next couple of days. Find out if we'll trade in some snow showers for rain showers going into the weekend. Coming up here in the first warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
The Federal Reserve announces interest rates will remain the same. Fed board members have consistently raised rates over the last year and a half.
This is a critical decision that will help determine the path forward for the economy. Rena Roy has the latest.
A big announcement from the Federal Reserve deciding to keep interest rates on hold Wednesday.
Given how far we have come, along with the uncertainties and risks we face, the committee is proceeding carefully.
The Fed may be getting close to the end of its rate hiking cycle as inflation cools.
But a few months of good data are only the beginning of what it will take to build confidence that inflation is moving down sustainably toward our goal.
In the past year and a half, the Fed hiked interest rates 11 times, which has made it a lot more expensive to borrow money, but has helped tame inflation. During the past 18 months, mortgage rates have reached a 23-year high of around 8%. The average credit card interest rate also at a record high, nearly 21%. But some experts predict inflation will continue its trend lower next year.
The best news is that inflation will return to between 2 and 3%. This will allow households and businesses to return to a sense of normal, the type of normal that we enjoyed before COVID.
Powell did stress that even though inflation is down, it is still too high, and future rate hikes may be needed to slow inflation to the Fed's 2% target. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, the state line should warm up just a bit over the next couple of days.
Coming up, Candace will give us our chances for rain over the weekend. Our forecast also includes more snow in our future.
Now, your first warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King
Well, we may be past our peak fall color here in southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, and after several days of windy days and afternoons, we've lost quite a bit of leaves on the trees, but doesn't mean we still can't enjoy some of those beautiful fall photos. Have to say thank you to Joe Becker and Ann for sharing some of these beautiful fall pictures. Sunny days, you've got the orange, the yellow colors there on the leaves on the trees, so thank you for sharing those photos. We kind of transitioned back to our fall season after a little bit of a taste of winter-like weather yesterday with some of those wind-driven snow showers that came through. Temperatures 38 degrees, one of the coldest Halloweens I should say that we've had in quite some time. Today was a little on the cooler side too, as we were stuck with the cloud cover, especially this afternoon, and that'll continue here through this evening. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera out at the Poplar Grove Airport. Notice some breaks a little in the cloud cover here and there, but generally speaking, we'll maintain that mostly cloudy sky as we go through the rest of this evening. That kept our temperatures a good 10 to 15 degrees below average. Average high right around 55. Our numbers today made it to 40. We're at 38 in Rockford and Freeport, 36 in Monroe, but when you factor in the wind chill numbers are down in the upper 20s and low 30s. We'll keep with that wind here as we go throughout the rest of this evening. Weather the next couple of days is going to stay pretty quiet. High pressure down across the southeast at the surface, allowing our winds to kind of transition back around to the south, which is what we had today. So it warmed us up just a little, but next couple of days those temperatures will warm. In the upper levels, we've got what is known as a zonal flow in the jet stream. That's more of the winds coming from west to east rather than those big rises and big dips in the jet stream. So we don't have any big storm systems on the horizon, but a couple little ripples moving through could give us a few opportunities for some scattered rain showers, especially by the time we get into the weekend. But next couple of days, we're looking at just a partly to mostly cloudy sky and a slow warming trend in those temperatures. So we'll look at that here on Futurecast. You see, we move out some of the clouds for tonight. We'll bring some of them back tomorrow, so kind of a sun cloud mix going into our Thursday afternoon. Temperatures are in the upper 40s, close to 50 degrees, so still a little bit below that average, but we'll see some improvements there. Southerly wind will be breezy, similar to today, 10 to 15 miles per hour, some gusts close to 20. I do think for Friday, we'll see a fair amount of cloud cover, a little more moisture comes in, so with that, that'll leave our skies mostly cloudy. Despite that, though, I think temperatures are still in the low 50s once we get into Friday afternoon. Small chance for a sprinkle, maybe a light shower getting into Friday evening and overnight. Temperatures then by the weekend will climb into the mid and upper 50s. Getting out, you've got to finish that harvest in the fields. Next couple of days look pretty decent for that. Close to 50 tomorrow. Wind will be just their biggest concern from the south and southwest, gusting 20-25 miles per hour. 57 once we get into Saturday. And again, that shower chance coming in later in the afternoon on Saturday. So tonight we're down to 28 degrees. Tomorrow close to 50 for the afternoon. Southwest wind gusting 25 miles per hour. Sun will come up tomorrow at 7:30. Don't forget, daylight saving time comes to an end this weekend, so Saturday night, set your clocks back 1 hour. Sun will come up a little after 6:30 there on Sunday, but it'll set at 4:45. 57 on Saturday, 56 on Sunday. We'll hold on to the 50s with the next chance for rain likely coming in. This may be a little more significant rainfall for Monday, but then you see those temperatures unfortunately drop back again into the 40s towards the middle of next week.
Those 50s are going to feel balmy. Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports. Another Chicago Bears assistant coach has been fired. Is there a culture problem at Hallis Hall?
And the general manager of the Packers reacts to the team's 4-game losing streak.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
How many self-inflicted wounds can one football team make during the course of one NFL season? Well, the Bears have made plenty already, and they're still not quite halfway through the season. Now running backs coach David Walker has been fired for improper behavior in the workplace. That's all the Bears are saying. ESPN has reported that Walker was reported to the Bears Human Resources Department twice, and this second time was the last straw. Matt Eberflus said the decision to fire Walker was jointly made by him, Ryan Poles, and Kevin Warren. Walker is the second Bears assistant coach this season to lose his job. Eberflus denied that there's a culture problem within Hallis Hall.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The culture in our building is outstanding. The guys work hard every single day. Like I said, it's disappointing, from my vantage point, but we have a standard to uphold too. And when that standard is not met, we act.
We have expectations here. And this comes from me Kevin, George, and Matt. If you don't meet those expectations of how you move around this building, how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you act, you don't belong here.
And the Packers don't have the off-the-field issues to deal with that the Bears have, but their on-the-field woes are getting out of hand. They've lost 4 straight. They're 2-6. So it's time today for Brian Gutekunst to face reporters.
I would have expected better results, but the guys they're putting the work in. They're doing things the right way. We've certainly seen a lot of glimpses in practice and certainly in the second half of some games, but the consistency hasn't been there. But again, I really do believe in the group in that building and the coaching staff, and I think big things are ahead. It's just gonna, we got to get through these things. We got to learn from them. We got to, stay grounded to the process.
As for the Rasul Douglas trade yesterday, Gutekunst said the Bills' offer of a third-round draft pick was too much to pass up, and the Packers want to get a better look at rookie cornerback Carrington Valentine. The Bulls are set to take the court tonight in Dallas. The Mavericks are off to a good start. They're 3-0. And we could have a World Series champion before the night is over. The Rangers can clinch it with another win over the Diamondbacks in Game 5 in Phoenix. It would be the Rangers' first World Series championship. Tonight, they'll have Nathan Eovaldi taking the mound. He's 4-0 this postseason. Ace Zach Allen is ready to work for Arizona. The Rangers won last night 11-7. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Some nice improvements today over yesterday. We don't have the snow and the wind has calmed down.
A little bit, yeah. It was quite blustery yesterday, especially in the afternoon and evening. And once you got into an open area, woo, that wind just kind of hit you.
Yeah, you spent some time out last night with the girls, right?
Yeah, and we've got farm fields all the way in the back, so there was nothing to stop the wind. So it got cold, especially when you had some of those snow squalls come in too. A little improvement, with that, but we've got cloud cover out there tonight. Temperatures won't be quite as cold. We got down to 20 degrees this morning. I think we'll get down to about 28 here tonight. We keep with some of the cloud cover the next couple of days, but the interactive radar stays fairly quiet. Close to 50 tomorrow. A little breezy though with the southwest wind, so that'll put a chill in the air. Same thing for Friday too. We've got more cloud cover, a couple of showers coming in Saturday night.
Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.